Okay, so in one of my earlier videos, I opened up my very first Donruss 1992 Series 1 in the blue box in search of uh, either a Cal Ripken autograph card, or I guess they have these elites in here. I didn't know it at the time. I was mostly looking for the Cal Ripken autograph card. But now that I found out there are elite cards, we're going to be looking for that as well, along with any other inserts in here. I have several of these boxes, only a few of the Series 1, but several of the Series 2. I was able to buy these for a relatively cheap price at All-Star Sports Cards up in Chattanooga, Tennessee. We were up there to go visit the aquarium. I highly recommend the aquarium. We've been going there for the past couple of decades, so if you have kids or just a fun small town, aquarium's very awesome. But anyway, while I was up there, I stopped up there and I found this sports card place. Very nice people, and I was able to pick up a few of these boxes. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started on that. So we have 36 packs to open today. Hopefully I don't take a complete hour, and hopefully I don't bump into my new camera stand that's attached to the side of the desk. It's much better than what I had before, but at the same time it's still relatively close by. In fact, you can see the base of the stand right here, so the arm is within, reach, and I have a tendency of having a wide berth when it comes to my reach. But I'll try my best not to reach into that so much. So we'll take all the packs out for the sake of limited space here. And then put the box down here so I can throw that away later. I have no intentions of keeping the box. So there we go. We have 36 packs. And let's go ahead and get started. Let's hope that we get an Elite or a Cal Ripken, or anything else that's pretty cool. This is my second time opening up a Donruss packs at all. I didn't really get into those when I was younger, so this will be an experience. All right, Stan Royer, Jeff Shaw, Bob McDonald, Bobby Bonilla, Rick Sutcliffe, Gerald Perry, John Wetland, David Wells, Danny Cox, Jeff Juden, Jeff Montgomery, Marvin Freeman, Don Mattingly, Jose Tolentino, and Kevin Mitchell. So I'm going to just rattle these names off while looking for the Elite. Alright. Andujar Cedeno, Rudy Sainez, Wilson Alvarez. Looks like he has the highlights and a no-hitter. Manuel Lee, Darren Holmes, Alito Perez, Tom Candiotti, Scott Erickson, Jim Corsi, Jamie Quirk, heck of a last name, Wally Backman, Greg Swindell, Checklist, Gene Markin, and Albert Bell. Now this is a cooler Albert Bell photo, one where he's not being, looks like he's being thrown up against the wall. Thank goodness, because that probably would have made me laugh uncontrollably. I don't know why I found that so funny, but I did. Well, it looks like we have something here already on the bottom, so we'll go ahead and turn that one around. We have a Diamond King with Tony Phillips. So that's our first special card of the day. So that's pretty cool. 3 packs in. Alright, we have Ozzie Smith from the Cardinals. Looks like this is an all-star card. Rob Ducey, Jesse Orozco, Omar Olivares, Phil Plaintier, Barry Manuel, Joe Bover, Manuel Lee, Dave Hansen, Milt Thompson, Dave Hollins, Tino Martinez, Chris Cron, and Pat Hentgen. Alright. So we're 3 cards in, and we already have a special card already. To me, that's a pretty good odds so far. We'll get a few more of those. Mike Maddox, Kevin Appier, Mike Hartley, Dave Martinez, Cecil Espy, Junior Ortiz, Tim Nehring, Brian Williams, Willie Fraser, Dave Anderson, Junior Noboa, Damon Berryhill. We have a couple upside down cards here. Carlos Quintana, Stan Royer, and Jeff Shaw. Apparently in this mix, they wanted to mix things up and make cards upside down. just to throw me off guard. I know it's a conspiracy. Alright, Dan Plezak, Tim Spear, Pascual Perez, Braulio Castillo, Chuck Knobloch. Oh yeah, that's his Rookie of the Year card. Awesome. Scott Cervase, Jarvis Brown, Mike Bilecki. Oh, Colorado Rockies team card. That's pretty cool. Chris Gardner, Benito Santiago, Bruce Ruffin, Doug Simmons, Terry Matthews, and Jim Lindemann. That could have been Doug Simons. I only saw one M there, so hopefully I said the name correctly either way. Oh, looks like we have another Diamond King already, and it's Fred McGriff. Awesome. 2 Diamond King cards so far. And I think we're on our 5th pack. Alright. We have Denny Nagel, Jeff Juden, Rich Gedman, Chito Martinez, John Wetland, Mike Musina, Francisco Cabrera, Luis Aquino, Gino Petrali, Kurt Manwaring, Albert Bell again, and Lee Guterman, Mo Vaughn, awesome, and Bob Scanlon. So we had a couple of doubles there already. We're not even in our first quadrant of cards. We pulled 2 Diamond Kings and several doubles, but so far so good. I'm happy with what we got. We have another Bobby Bonilla, Ryan Sandberg, Matt Young, Greg Catterett, Mike Aldrett, Darren Lewis, Bill Kruger, Jeff Montgomery, Marvin Freeman, Don Mattingly, Jose Tolentino, Kevin Mitchell, Kevin Seitzer, and Scott Cooper. Now, I watched a video the other day where I forget I think the Past is Alive. I really enjoy his videos. Maybe I'll catch a live stream one day. But I guess he proved where folks were trying to use a metal detector to find elite cards in these Donruss baseball card packs, and it didn't work. So, Ryan Sandberg, Jim Clancy, Wally Ritchie, Randy Myers, Jim Vatcher, Greg Gobrun, Daryl Boston, Jerry Don Gleaton, Jimmy Poole, Daryl Hamilton, Don Slott, Jack Howell, Doug Platt, Mike Musina, and Willie Randolph. I think that's my second Mike Musina there. That's pretty cool. Wonder if we're going to get any Ken Griffey Juniors here. Maybe we can get a Ken Griffey Diamond King. I don't know if there's any at all. I'm just guessing here. Franklin Stubbs, Pat Mahomes. I'm going to save that one. Just simple fact that it looks like it's his rookie card. I'm not sure. But his son, Patrick Mahomes II, just won the Super Bowl, and it was the MVP a little bit over a week ago. So, actually, it was exactly a week ago. The Super Bowl Sunday was last week. So, that's pretty cool. I'm sure he's a proud father. Shawan Dunston, Brent Nackert, Jim Gott, Kirk Dressendorfer. Wow. I'm sure that was a lot of letters on the back of his jersey. Jeff Ennis, Jim Campianis, Omar Vizquel, Mark Leader, Joe Slosarski, Chris Donalds, Will Clark, Sam Metello, and Carlos Quintana. So yeah, Pat Mahomes. That was an awesome Super Bowl, by the way. I'm not a huge fan of the Chiefs. I'm more of a 49ers fan. And unfortunately, they were not able to make it to the Super Bowl due to injury circumstances, but so I was rooting against the Eagles and more for the Chiefs. And but it was a close game. I know a few folks were complaining over the calls, but I still argue that earlier in the game, the Eagles receiver did fumble and it should have been returned for a touchdown. That's just my own personal opinion on the matter. Anyway, just wanted to throw that out there. All right, Jeff Montgomery, Marvin Freeman, Glenn Davis, Bob Patterson, Mike Jackson, Gerald Alexander, Bill Sampson, Deion Sanders. You know, I'll keep that one as well. Anthony Telford, Kirby Puckett, Rob Malicote, Craig Shipley, Steve Frey, Glenn Davis, and Scott Brocious. I also forgot to mention we're in our second stack here, so we're close to the halfway mark. We are past the first quarter and into the second quarter here. All right. Riel Cormier, Sid Fernandez, Mike Hartley, John Vanderwall. Looks like they changed a little bit of the font there to squeeze everything in. Cecil Espy, Junior Ortiz, Tim Nehring, Brian Williams, Willie Fraser, Dave Anderson, Junior Naboa, David Berryhill, Cal Eldred, Hector Villanueva, and John Weiner. I'm sure the kids had no problem changing a little bit of the sound on that one to make it a little bit annoying in school times. But you know what? That probably helped them grow. All right, Rob Deere, Francisco Cabrera, Greg Briley, Archie Corbin, Tim Leary, Tim Cruz, John Smoltz, Mo Vaughn again, Tracy Jones, Tony Gwynn, All-Star, Jerome Walton, Geronimo Pena, Tom Foley, Phil Plantier, and Mike Fetters. Oh, some pretty cool cards in that one. I'm going to need a drink pretty soon. All this talking is making me thirsty. I'll stop after I finish the second stack here. Glenn Allen Hill, Derek Bell, Jim Gantner, Dave Howard, Louis Alsea, Rich Gedman, Jeff Juden, Ryan Bowen, Candy Maldonado, Keith Miller, Chuck McElroy, Gary Varsho, Scott Hemond, Trevor Wilson, and Todd Humley. A lot of those guys came and gone, and I probably never knew who they were at the time. All right. Jamie Navarro, Hensley Mullins, Joe McGrain, Jose Mesa, Howard Farmer, Lance Dixon, Sean Abner, Roger Clemens, you got the Cy Young Award winner, Dave Hollins, Tino Martinez, Chris Cron, Pat Hentgen, Steve Wilson, Jeff Facero, and Alejandro Pena. After I open all these boxes of Donruss, I'm just going to have an overwhelming pile of cards in my room here. I'm going to have to figure out what to do with them. Andre Dawson, Tim Cruz, Mike Schooler, Jeff Reed, Ricky Jordan, John Jaha, Mike Sharperson, Geronimo Pena, Edwin Nunez, Jose Canseco. Another checklist. Make sure they're different. Ben McDonald, Lloyd Mosby, and Mike Maddox. We got a Jose Canseco there, folks. Will we get a Mark McGuire? That'd be pretty cool. Dan Gladden, Mike Huff, Jose Melendez, Walt Terrell, Chito Martinez, another checklist, Jeff Nelson, Warren Newsom, Bob McClure, Rusty Meacham, Scott Brocious, Dave Fleming, Von Hayes, Freddie Benavidez, and Dave Burba. So we're 2 packs away from the halfway point, folks. So I guess this will be pack 17 officially. Pack 17, and we started off strong with 2 Diamond Kings, and since then we kind of went bone dry. Joe Carter, Eric Bullock, Calvin Jones, Rosario Rodriguez, Yorkis Perez, Mo Sanford, Ray Stephens, Hector Fajardo, Charlie O'Brien, Dave Stibe, Dave Otto, Danny Tartable, Dan Plesak, Tim Spear, and Pascual Perez. And then we're at the, I don't use a football term, we're at the 2-minute warning. Well, it'll be almost halftime. Oh! Looks like we have a Diamond King, and it's from the California Angels. We have a Mark Langston Diamond King. That is pretty cool. I'm going to put that here on top of Tony Phillips. And so that's pretty cool. We have our 3rd Diamond King of the box. We have a Jack Howell, Doug Piet, Mike Mussina, Willie Randolph, Franklin Stubbs, Pat Mahomes. Again, I'll put him there. Shawan Dunston, Brent Nackert, Jim Gott, Kirk Dressendorfer, Junior Naboa, Dave Anderson, Willie Fazer, and Brian Williams. All right. So we have 3 out of 18 packs that were Diamond Kings. We have 2 Pat Mahomes, 1 Deion Sanders. I mean, there were a few other folks. We had, obviously, Jose Canseco and Mo Vaughn. Hopefully we can run into maybe a Frank Thomas or a Ken Griffey Jr. I can't remember if those were supposed to be in Season 1 or Season 2. I'm not that well versed in who was in which series. That's why I kind of get one of each to see, what we get. So we just kind of get everybody. And so that'd be pretty cool. But we have 18 more packs to go, and we are 17 minutes in. So at the rate we're going, we should be done before the 40-minute mark, and that won't take too much of your nice folks' time. But if you like what you saw, feel free to hit that thumbs up button. Thumbs up. And like and subscribe. Well, that's what the thumbs up button is for, is because you meant you liked it. But you can also subscribe, help out the channel. I just started here in 2023, February 2023. So at the time, when you're watching this video, if you decided to last this long or stay with me this long, maybe it shows that I'm providing some level of entertainment here, or maybe you just have me on mute. That's okay as well. But by all means, watch, and I'll try and have some more videos. I've purchased quite a few boxes of different sports: baseball, basketball, football. I haven't purchased any hockey yet, but I will if folks decide to do so. I just haven't done it because I'm not much of a hockey person. I've been to like maybe one hockey game in my life. I have watched a little bit of hockey and played when I was in school, but if you guys want me to do that, that's fine. And but I have quite a few more to open up, and I also have some fun cards to will open as well. I have some Star Trek cards. I have some of those comic ball cards that Upper Deck and Looney Tunes did together. And as time permits, I'll probably open up some more packs of different properties, from movies to TV shows. I would like to purchase some X-Men cards and some DC cards, budget permitting, because some of those boxes from the mid-90s are going for hundreds, if not thousands of dollars, and I just don't have the budget to put that together. But you know what? If the channel grows and maybe I sell a few cards and make a couple of dollars, that'll help me along and push things along. Anyway, moving on, back onto the second half of the show. So at this rate, we've gotten 3 Diamond Kings from the first half. Hopefully we'll get 3 more, or more than 3. It seems to be on the very bottom of the pack. I think in Series 1, the Diamond Kings were right in the middle. So that's interesting. All right, Chris Donalds, Will Clark, Shawan Dunston, Brent Nackert, Jim Gott, where's that Cott? Gott, Kirk Dressendorfer, again, Jeff Ennis, Mike Stanley, Rick Sutcliffe, Gerald Penny, John Wetland, David Wells, Danny Cox, Shawan Dunston again, and Carlos Quintana. I think I got Shawan Dunston twice in the same pack. Let's see here. Yes. Apparently, they really wanted me to have them multiple times in one pack. That is quite the numerical oddity, considering how many hundreds of cards were generated, that I would get 2 of the same guy in one pack. But it is what it is, as they say. So, all right. Dave Martinez, Anthony Young, Gil Herrera, Steve Wapnick, I think, yeah. Skeeter Barnes, Jeremy Hernandez, Willie Banks, Jim Olander, Rio Cormier, Sid Fernandez, Mike Hartley, John Vanderwall, Cecil Espy, Junior Ortiz, and Tim Nehring. So at this rate, with Shawan Dunston's, I'll probably get like 10 more before the end of this box break. We'll see how that goes, but and maybe if I remember, I'll try and count. All right, Gino Petralli, Tim Leary, Tim Cruz, John Smoltz, Mo Vaughn, Tracy Jones, Tony Gwynn, Jerome Walton, Billy Hatcher, Rance Mullings, and Charlie Hayes. That's a pretty good pack there, folks. Mo Vaughn, Tony Gwynn. I cannot complain. And even if I could, it probably would not help. I can pretty much say if I complain to anybody in my house about the cards here, there would be an absolute level of 0. You complete the rest of the phrase. Greg Colbrun, okay. Bobby Bonilla, Dennis Boucher, Andy Moda, Mint Hill, Donald Harris, Ryan Sandberg, Jim Clancy, Wally Ritchie, Randy Myers, Jim Vatcher, another Pat Mahomes. There we go. At this rate, I'm guessing we'll get 1 or 2 more in this whole box. Joe Hesketh, and look at the cut. Look at the cut on that one. Apparently, the machine was a little off there. We have the bottom of one card, and the bottom of this one was cut off. I think I'm going to put that off to the side here, because that one was, whew, that was pretty bad. And Denny Neagle. I don't think I've ever had a card that off center, and I just kind of want to stare at it for a while, because man, that one's pretty bad. I think I watched a video where a guy had his cut off, and the other piece of the card showed up in the next pack he opened. It was like he really ended up getting like 2/3 of a card. That's how bad it was cut. And then in the next pack, that little piece was in the next pack. It was quite humorous. Pat Hinken, Steve Wilson, Jeff Facero, Alejandro Pena, Carlos Hernandez, a Florida Marlins team card. That's pretty cool. Maybe we can get a St. Louis Cardinals team card. That would be absolutely awesome. Steve Farr, Julio Franco, Mike Sims, Mark Guthrie, Gerald Williams, Rob Maurer, John Cerruti, Jay Sanchez, and Ron Darling. Oh, looks like we have another Diamond King. We have our 4th Diamond King. It's the Pittsburgh Pirates. Alright, we have Jay Bell. That is absolutely awesome. So at this rate, we should get 1 more, at least 1 more. before the end of this box break. We have Jay Bell, Mark Langston, Fred McGriff, and Tony Phillips. That is absolutely wonderful. All right. Dan Howitt, Kurt Schilling. Oh, wow. Francisco Olivares. I got to flip it upside down. Hopefully don't smack it. Jim Campanis. Oh, flip it again. Hopefully we don't rub it down this time. Sid Landrum, Scott Terry, Chris Gwynn, Dave Fleming, Von Hayes, Freddie Benavidez, Dave Burba, Tom Candiotti, Carlos Martinez, and Jerome Walton. I really like those Diamond Kings. Those are really cool looking. Alright. Stan Royer, Jeff Shaw, Bob McDonald, Bobby Bonilla again, Ryan Sandberg, Matt Young, Greg Ketterer, Mike Aldrett, Darren Lewis, Sam Matello, Carlos Quintana, Marvin Freeman, Don Mattingly, Jose Tolentino, and Kevin Mitchell. And we're down to our last two packs on this third quadrant. Alright. Brian Williams, Willie Frazier, Dave Anderson, Junior Noboa, Damon Berryhill, Cal Aldred, Hector Villanueva, John Wiener, Joe Carter, Eric Bullock, Calvin Jones, Rosario Rodriguez, Yorkis Perez, Mo Sanford, and Ray Stevens. Alright, and we are on pack number 27, folks. We are officially 10 packs left. The countdown. Will we get an elite? Will we get an autograph? Wandering minds, curious minds would like to know. Alright, Skeeter Barnes, Jeremy Hernandez, Willie Banks, Jim Olander, Rio Cormier, Sid Fernandez, Mike Hartley, John Vanderwall, Cecil Espy, Junior Ortiz, Tim Nehring, Brian Williams, Willie Frazier, Dave Anderson, and Junior Noboa. Alright, I'm going to wet my whistle one last time before we finish this final pack. Alright, 9 cards to go. Let's see what's in well, it looks like no Diamond King in this pack so far. Alright, Dave Howard, Louis Alcea, Rich Gedman, Bobby Bonilla, Ryan Bowen, Candy Maldonado, Keith Miller, Chuck McElroy, Gary Varsho, Scott Hemond, Trevor Wilson, Todd Hundley, Dwight Smith, Eric Plunk, and Joe Hesketh. This pack was upside down. Does that mean this pack is special? Everything else is right side up, but this one is upside down. Let's see if we get anything in this one. Watch it just be complete, completely, absolutely nothing. Alright, Jim Campanis, Todd Power, Daryl Hamilton, Jimmy Poole, Jerry Von Gleaton, Daryl Boston, another Pat Mahomes. Like I said, we'll probably get one or two more. Franklin Stubbs, Willie Randolph, Mike Mussina, Doug Piet, Jack Howell, Don Slott, and Frank Thomas. I'll take that. I will take Frank Thomas and Jason Grimsley. All right. Seems to be a little bit off center, but looks like the corners are sharp. So looks pretty good for Frank Thomas. So the pack being upside down did return something something worthwhile. I don't know how much it's worth. Maybe $50. I don't know. We'll see. Sorry, opening up another pack here. All right, we have Tony Gwynn, Dwight Gooden. First time I think we've seen him. Jeff Reed, Jeff Hewson, Ozzie Smith, Chris Jones, Billy Hatcher, Rance Mullings, Charlie Hayes, Javier Ortiz, Joe Bover, Gary DeSarcina, Oil Ken Boyd, Dale Svum, Ken Patterson. Wow, this deck has created some new names here. We had Oil Ken Boyd. Alright, we're down to, I think, pack number 6 or 7. I don't remember. But we haven't run into any more Shawan Dunstons, I don't think. Alright, Greg Maddox, Andy Benez, Storm Davis, Juan Guzman, Dave Cochran, Luis Aquino, Frank Castillo, Mel Rojas, Chico Walker, Mike Schooler, Brett Barbary, Bob Scanlon, Jeff Schaefer, Jose Hernandez, and Pete Skowrick. Alright, how many packs do we have here left? 1, 2, we're down to 5 packs left. We're at the 30-minute mark. I think my my video for the Series 1, I think it went like over 50 minutes. It was taking me a long time. We have a Cal Ripken. Oh, let me put my hands down. A Cal Ripken. That's pretty cool. I'll put him with Frank Thomas there. We have a Ron Jones, Craig Wilson, Roger McDowell, Tom Glavine, and Mike Magnanti, Bob Zipkick, Randy Bush, Ruben Amaro, Anthony Young, Gil Herrera, and another Skeeter. I think that's our 3rd or 4th Skeeter in this box here. Man, that's an interesting feel in this one. I don't know if the cards are stuck, but I don't know. It just had an interesting feel. We do have looks like a Will Clark Jr. here on the bottom, but it's not a Diamond King, so we'll see how that goes. Mike Messina, Willie Randolph, Franklin Stubbs, Pat Mahomes. As I predicted, we got another one. Daryl Boston, Jerry Von Gleaton, Jimmy Poole, Daryl Hamilton, Ted Power, Jim Campanis, Omar Vizquel, Mark Leader, Joe Slasarski, and Chris Donalds, and Will Clark. So nothing special, just felt weird. It was just me, but we did get a Pat Mahomes. We have 5 Pat Mahomes here, folks. That's but I'm pretty sure at the time when when this photo was made, nobody had a clue that this guy's son was going to be a NFL superstar. All right, Jim Olander, Raul Comier, Sid Fernandez, another Shawan Dunston. When I said we were going to get 10 more, I think I was a little off, but who knows? Maybe the next 2 packs have 5 each. We'll see. Brent Nackert, Jim Gott, Kirk Dressendorfer, Jeff Innes, Mike Stanley, Rhett Sutcliffe, Gerald Perry, John Wetland, Danny Cox, and Sam Metello. Alright, we are down to our final 2 packs of this box break. It's my guess that we probably won't get a Cal Ripken autograph or an Elite, but you know what? It's been pretty cool. We got a few Diamond Kings. Maybe we'll get one more. We got 5 Pat Mahomes. We got a Deion Sanders, a Cal Ripken, and a Frank Thomas, and 4 Diamond Kings. Maybe I said that earlier. And and a very poorly cut Joe Mesketh, or Joe Hesketh. I'm sorry. And That's probably going to be one of my favorite cards in my own personal collection. it's it. I don't think like I said, I don't think I've ever seen anything like that. All right. So who do we have? We have a Denny Neagle, Carl Willis, Ramon Garcia, Sean Berry, Tony Fosas, Dave West, Wilson Alvarez, Jack Doherty, Terry Shumpert, Gossage Ryan, Jim Tomei, Mark Lemke, Jason Grimsley, Milt Hill, and Donald Harris. In all honesty, I don't think I called a single one of those names earlier. Maybe Danny Neagle. I will say none of those names sounded familiar to me. We are on our last pack here, folks. I've already started opening it. Looks like we did not get a Diamond King. Looks like we only got 4 this box, which is perfectly fine. Jeremy Hernandez, Willie Banks. We gotta flip it around. Bob Kipper. We gotta flip it around again. Javier Ortiz, Jim Bover, Gany Desgarcina, Oilken Boyd, Dale Savum, Ken Patterson, Rod Beck, Mark Carrion, Bo Jackson. How about that, folks? We got a Bo Jackson. Carlton Fisk, another Jose Canseco, and a Kim Batiste. So there we go. 36 packs in a little bit over 36 minutes. So a minute a pack. That is pretty cool. I'm kind of happy I was able to relatively quickly. Like I said, the first time I think I was just shy of an hour. But I was working under a different situation. Like I said, my camera was right in my way where I was able to now have a stand off to the side. But out of 36 packs, we have 4 Diamond Kings. We have Jay Bell, Mark Langston, Fred McGriff, and Tony Phillips. That's pretty cool. We have 5 Pat Mahomes, a very miscut Joe Hesketh, Deion Sanders, Bo Jackson, Cal Ripken, and a Frank Thomas. So, I have to say, this was probably a pretty decent box break. Like I said, I have several more of the Series II Donruss. So I'll probably be opening those over the next few weeks or months or so. I have a few more cards coming in from different brands. I have Upper Deck from different years. I have some Leafs. I have some Pinnacle Studios. I don't think I have any Tops coming in. But I have some baseball, basketball, football, some Fleer Ultras, what have you. I'm trying to do different brands, different years in the 90s. In the early 90s, back when I was really deep into card collecting. I'm trying to stay around that level, nothing too much, but I will admit I was able to come across a very great deal for the 2023 Topps baseball, so I did buy a couple of boxes simply because I was able to get them for a really decent price. But for the most part, I'm going to try and stick to the early to mid 90s, simply because those boxes are more affordable. I can't afford the boxes that are in the hundreds of dollars, but I can afford some of these boxes where I can get a couple of boxes for like 30 or 40 bucks. So I'm just opening this to have a little fun here, and we'll see how it goes. And I would like you guys to enjoy the ride. Come along for the ride. Listen to me rant and ramble about different things, whether it's about baseball, sports, or just other things that I'm currently dealing with, in the world of, whether movies or TV shows or what have you. And like I said, we can just have some fun. So by all means, thank you so much for listening, for watching, for just going through this box break with me. Maybe one day in the near future, I'll do some live streams. Some people would like to watch. If you'd like to see something like that, by all means, post in the comments below that you would like to see that in the near future, and I'll try my best to accommodate. And like I said, it's all good. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, help me out with the channel, and maybe we'll see where we go from here. Anyway, guys, thanks so much, and I'll talk to you guys next time.